There's plenty of horror stories being told. All of them are untrue, but they're being told all over America. Stories made up from whole cloth. Lies.
I did believe the president when he said I could keep it. Hearing him lie to me and to the rest of the American public has been crushing for me.
Lies.
Insurers said that plan didn't comply under the Affordable Care Act. And now, in the middle of Ellie's cancer treatment, they're shopping for insurance.
Lies.
Now I'm definitely in a position where I'll be bankrupted if I get ill or seriously injured, where I wasn't before.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
The exclusion of a major provider like Seattle Children's from a major insurance network in this market is unprecedented.
There's plenty of horror stories being told. All of them are untrue.
This is an approval letter for the coverage.
Yes.
4 days later, this is a denial.
Exactly.
Lies.
I'm going to have about $9,000 more out of pocket this next coming year just because of this change. So that's $9,000 I don't have to spend in the economy anymore.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
What type of information could you get at as easily as you suggest you can?
Well, everything from hacking somebody's computer, so when you visit the website, it actually tries to hack your computer back, all the way to being able to extract email addresses, usernames, first name, last name, locations. All of those different things are available now on the website.
All of them are untrue.
Rich Guillory has some questions for healthcare.gov.
There's a possibility somebody got my personal information from your website.
A person's healthcare profile is proving to be a lot more valuable on the black market.
There's plenty of horror stories being told. All of them are untrue.
$132 a month.
And now it's what?
$325.
There's plenty of horror stories being told. All of them are untrue.
A lot of people who have really been sort of screwed over by this law.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
Has the part of the website dealing with payments been built, or is it yet to be built?
The automated process for payments is still being built.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
The exchange, there is a button that says terminate. But when you go to that button, it doesn't work. And it takes you to a page that says under construction.
All of them are untrue.
We had great insurance. We had continuing care for our employees.
Great until owner Betsy Atkinson learned the policy would be terminated because it doesn't meet the requirements of the Affordable Care Act.
Lies.
We talked to a gentleman in Georgia yesterday who finally, after 2 months of trying, got enrolled on the website, but when he called the insurance company to confirm and get his card, it was told they had absolutely no record that he had the policy.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
44% of doctors in New York State say they will not accept any insurance under Obamacare.
Lies.
My story had been shared by the president. I felt like, I just felt really embarrassed that, he had quoted my story, and then come to find that the Washington Health Plan Finder, the website here in our state, had grossly miscalculated, or they're having a problem. So at least for right now, I'm not going to be getting insurance.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
She received a letter just last week telling her that her tax credit had been taken away altogether.
Lies.
After Obamacare is rolled out, we realized that we would save several $1,000s if we got divorced.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
His practice, Surgery Center of Oklahoma, will not accept any health care under the Affordable Care Act.
All of them are untrue.
How can I pay this kind of money out? It's going to take at least a second job, and praying that I would make enough on a second job just to pay for this health insurance.
All of them are untrue.
I cannot keep my plan, which I liked, but as I'm trying to decide what to do going forward, I've spent weeks with days on the phone getting confidently delivered wrong answers, conflicting information, and it's becoming quite obvious to me that a lot of agencies, almost everyone I've talked to, is having a lot of trouble figuring out the new rules.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
The website is terrible, and when I called, there was no your wait time is. It just kicked me off.
All of them are untrue.
These exchange plans will not pay us an amount that is equal to our cost of operation.
Lies.
I've actually tried to reapply several different times, trying to get my kids included, and they were still kicked off. No one seems to know how to fix the problem.
There's plenty of horror stories being told. All of them are untrue.
The Affordable Care Act could potentially force the Clay County Fire Department to provide health care to their volunteers, putting a huge burden on their already limited budget. And if that's the case, thousands of fire departments across the country would be forced to cut volunteer hours, or worse, reduce staffing.
Stories made up from whole cloth.
Millions of Americans have received their insurance cancellation notices. Here's mine.
If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor. Period.
Lies.
Stories made up from whole cloth.